I got invited by Vortrox to decorate a Fitzgerald in his upcoming mega collab. I recorded the entire process of me building it, so let's give it a look. It took a while for me to decide, but I finally landed on making a bowling-themed Fitzgerald. I first started by building the top of the lane. I tried to add some decorations, but it didn't really end up the way that I wanted it to, so I thought I would try and work on it later. A lot of the things I was doing at the beginning were just kind of to get the structuring down, so it wasn't really final. I then started to mess around with the colors a little bit and started taking some inspiration from some old 60s and 70s bowling lanes. I eventually landed on a blue and yellow color palette. I also added some curves to add some extra details. I also added the bar that has some of the information, like the lane number and the throw number. I added this bowling ball to the front, and it makes it look a little bit like an eye, which is nice because it stays true to the design of Fitzgerald. I started adding some shadows to some of the details just to give it a little more depth as well. Then I added the lane number and the red lights, which took way too long of me adjusting, but I wanted to make it look nice. I then added a little bit more detail just to add some more depth. And with that, I finished the top portion. I added a very dark gray background to kind of mimic the end of the bowling alley. Also added a little bit to make it look like you can see the lane and gutters on the bottom as well. I also wanted to add the pin resetter to the top. I didn't want to make it poke out too much, so I just put it slightly below the top. I added the bottoms of a few pins to add some extra detail as well. I realized it was going to be hard to see where the spikes were, so I added a couple triangles to show where they are. And I changed the brightness so you can see where you're going. Then I worked on constructing the pins, which took way too long, and it didn't look the best, but it's passable. Adding some more outlines just as some finishing touches. I also wanted to have a bumper come down after you pass the part. I thought this was a nice touch and a way that I could throw my logo on there as well. The last thing I wanted to do was finish up the pins. I added a border to them. And I also wanted to add some animation. After screwing around for a little bit, I finally got to the point where I was happy with the result. Thanks to Vortrox for having me join in on this collab. Congrats on 100,000. I'll leave his channel in the description, so make sure you check him out. You also don't want to miss the preview of this level when it comes out, so make sure you're subbed to him as well.